find ways to practice, telling people that they matter. I think that's why in the last 6 months, man, I've read a poem in the last 3 weeks, I read a poem about St. Julian to a nun. I read the same poem to a priest. I read the same poem to an Uber driver at 4 o'clock in the morning. I got this book coming out. It's all about dogs. And the thing is, because it's all about dogs, right? They just make appearances, but they make appearances in a way that allows me to say the poem. And it's about fear. It's about losing weight. It's about love. But dogs just keep showing up. And actually, I should tell you this story, man. I got to tell you this story here. This is a beautiful story. So I'm holding up. So one morning I started biking. I lost weight. I lost 60 pounds. And the way that I lost 60 pounds partly is because I cried every day. I didn't know tears weighed so much, but I cried every day from like June to the day. And I couldn't cry in prison, and now I'm free with tears, because the question is like, if you're crying, what are you growing? And I've decided that I'm growing a new me. I'm growing some freedom, and I'm growing some wings. But I'm biking 7 a.m. I've been biking since 5. So now I'm at like mile 20. And I'm biking down Chapel Street in New Haven. And on my left side, I see this woman out of the corner of my eye, and I stop, and she's sitting on the curb. And I'm like, hey, you need some help? And she's older. She says, I'm good. She said, well, yeah, help me up. So I get off my bike. I go to help her up. She stumbles back. And I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to walk you home. And she's, nah, young man, I'm good. I say, I know, but my mom might be watching. I'm going to walk you home. And I ask her where she's going. She tells me where she's going. She's 77. She says she might have took too much of her medication. She got a dog with her. I walk her up the wrong way because I have no idea where I'm going. I apologize. I said, listen, sometimes, I am just not the patron saint of pilgrims. I am the patron saint of misdirection, if ever there was one, right? And I say, I go the other way. Take 45 minutes to get her home. And on the walk, she tells me so much about her life. I tell her I went to Yale Law School. She tells me about her sons, how her son is brilliant, doctor, daughter's a doctor. And then she tells me that she struggled with some mental health stuff. And I was like, I get it. I've been to prison. She's like, you've been to prison? I was like, yeah. And then she hugs me, And I walk her home. She says, I see her dog. I say, I like dogs. I got a Jack Russell Taylor. I love dogs now. I got this whole book I'm writing about dogs and stuff. She said, for real? She said, man, I make these doll houses that's for dogs. And I put little dogs in it. And I was like, for real? She's like, I got to show you. And I was like, I would love to see it. It takes 45 minutes for me to walk her home. Go up into her house. I ain't never been into an old lady's house before. It's like an old lady's house. She got 2 dogs, and the dogs is running around. They do whatever, and they sniffing me. But then she shows me these doll houses, man. They're little dogs, and it's like one that has, like Chihuahuas in it. It's one that has Labradors in it, and then it's one that has like Jack Russells in it. And this was the week before my birthday. I said, hey, I'm going to take you to coffee on my birthday. You like my best friend now. Her name is Judy. She texts me. She says, I'm 77 years old. This is the best morning of my life. I forget to call her on my birthday. I say, I got a gift for you, though. I take a redaction. And she had told me about a friend who was a poet. So, because she looked me up, she was like, yo, you're a really good poet. She said, I got a gift for your birthday gift. I go to the house, man, and she makes these 4 dogs, and they each got collars on it. And she puts it on a wooden plaque, and the plaque says Dwayne Betts, right? And the dog to the far left has a collar on it that says lawyer. And the next dog has a collar on it that says scholar. And the next one has a collar that says poet. And then the last collar says mensch. And I mean, man, I met this woman at 7 o'clock in the morning while biking. And I biked to my son's school just to prove to them that I could bike the entire route that I drive them to school every morning.